Our next Lindbergh Leader tonight is Dr. Megan Roegner. Megan is a true advocate for gifted students at Lindbergh High School. She joined Lindbergh as an English teacher in 2005, and since 2011, her role has expanded to include that of gifted education as well. Principal Dr. Eric Cochran shared a quote with us that is wonderful. He said that Megan is universally considered to be one of the most brilliant teachers at Lindbergh High School. She pushes students to think deeply, she counsels those who seek social and emotional support, and she serves as a role model for her colleagues as well. Megan's teaching team in the English department echo these sentiments. They share that Megan is a positive, passionate, and empathetic teacher who focuses on her students' strengths and growth. Megan wants students to be the best versions of themselves, and she creates a classroom environment that cultivates this. Outside of the classroom, Megan sponsors the Lindbergh High School Creative Writing Club, and she is the founder and sponsor of the National English Honors Society for Students. She is or has been a member of the Lindbergh High School Professional Learning Committee, Secondary Gifted Task Force, Teacher Leadership Cohort, Teaching and Learning Board Advisory Committee, Lindbergh Learning Team, and the LHS Blue Ribbon Application Writing Team. In addition, Megan also gives back to her community as the editor and contributing writer of the Daily Pattern, which is a faith-based publication at her church, Christ Memorial Lutheran. Through her church community, she has volunteered with organizations like Nurses for Newborns, Humanitary, Christian Friends of New Americans, and the Crave Coffee House. Megan shares that working at Lindbergh has filled her life with joy and that she feels incredibly supported and respected as a teacher. Megan, we appreciate everything you do for your students and for our community. Please join me in welcoming our next Lindbergh leader, Megan Roegner.
In Jane Austen's Persuasion, Captain Wentworth writes to his lost love, Anne Elliot, that he is half agony, half hope. I'm sharing this phrase with you because my colleague Grace Jones said that she wouldn't come tonight if I didn't either quote Persuasion or read a poem. But more importantly, I think it's a perfect phrase to capture the high school experience. Half agony, half hope. Teenagers feel things strongly, both the good and the bad. And with your future stretched out in front of you, there is so much soaring potential as well as fear of the unknown. When I first started my journey at Lindbergh, I was a 22-year-old student teacher. I, like my students, did not yet have a fully developed prefrontal cortex. I got hired after my student teaching experience and was filled with terror as the first day of school approached. How on earth was I qualified for the tremendous responsibility and privilege of being a high school English teacher? I was mostly agony, a little bit of hope. Now I'm almost done with my 19th year. My relationship with Lindbergh High School is older than my relationship with my husband, Jeremy. After him and my family, it's the great love of my life. At Lindbergh, I've been granted trust and agency as a teacher. I've been given freedom to be creative, and I've met my people. Now, most of the time, I do feel qualified to do my job, but I'm still impressed by the responsibility and the privilege of working with high school students, to be a person that they can trust, to celebrate their triumphs, to commiserate with their disappointments, to help them know themselves better, to create a safe place for them to both fail and ultimately succeed. And yes, to drag them through Jane Austen's Persuasion. It is my goal that they believe that their futures may have maybe a little bit of unavoidable agony, but so much more hope. So tonight I want to thank Lindbergh Schools and the selection committee, my students and their parents, and especially my colleagues, not just for this incredible honor, but for trusting me with this amazing vocation and this amazing place, for making me feel valued, and for giving me a place to grow.